One.
Hi everybody, how are you? Oh, echo.
Not anymore. We're good.
Kale killed the echo. Hi everyone, I'm Nick Bonner for Tree Stuff. Kale's here. Kale, I don't know what you're showing. I just see you on my big...
Oh yeah, I'm up here.
We're here to talk about the mule bags today. These things are awesome. They're from Teufelberger. They're the new ambassador line. So Teufelberger built this big team of ambassadors, and they have been working with them to produce products over the last year or two, maybe. And this is kind of the culmination of one of their big releases. We just started listing the ambassador clothing. Kale, you've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the follow-up to that. It's the bag line. There are 4 bags with the biggest bag that you see here coming in 2 different styles. So technically, I guess there's 3 bags with just one coming in a separate option. We've got a big bag, a small bag, and a medium-sized bag. Which one should we do first? Does anyone in the comments have anything to say about them?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're just getting to this part. I don't know. We can start with small and go up to large. The larger ones are kind of the cooler ones.
Okay. Well, the small one is kind of innovative. This is the Gear Mule, and it immediately to me looked like a oversized dock kit, your toiletry kit, something you would pack all your stuff in.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's kind of what it still is. This is pretty cool. All these Teufelberger bags have these like seam sealed zippers here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're made out of this kind of scratchy nylon material. This one's got a nice handle on the outside. It doesn't have any outside pockets, but it does have these little plastic clips, 4 clips here, and we'll learn about those in just a minute. So when you unzip it, it's going to open up like this. This is pretty big, right? It's not small. And then you got some pockets in here. There's some daisy chains, so you could like clip your stuff in, or got a big pocket size, another mesh pocket, and then there's these 2. There's these 2 mesh pockets here, and it's got all these like mole straps that you can attach to the just adjust our framing here. Yay. There we go. It's got all these mole type straps that you can then use to attach it to the outsides of the bigger bags, like this or like this, so that you don't have to carry it in your hand or stick it inside. So you end up with these 2 big mesh pockets here. And when you open it up, this is like a really big kind of bathtub style space. There's more zippered pockets, and then there are more daisy chains, and then there's more elastic mesh pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like pocket heaven.
What are you? What would you put in that? What would you use all that for?
I don't know. I think that I would keep my rigging and climbing gear in here.
Mm-hmm.
You could put your rigging slings in here, friction savers. If you bought one of these solely as a first aid kit, you could pack a really nice
Whole bunch of stuff.
You could pack a really nice, like full expedition size first aid kit in here.
Mm-hmm.
And you could absolutely use this to store rigging and climbing equipment. I'm really curious what people are going to use this for. Are there any guesses how many zippered pockets are on this thing? Just this one?
No, from me?
Well, you can put your guess in the chat if you want. You put your guess in the chat. We'll come back to it. And if anybody else guesses how many zippered pockets there are, I showed you. So are there people watching right now, Kim?
Yeah, we got some people watching.
We got some people watching. Well, if you guess how many zippered pockets are in this thing, maybe Kale will pick people. I don't know. We'll see how many people get it right. Maybe there will be a prize. Maybe there won't be a prize. You never know.
Would you say you'd be able to fit a human head in there? That's pretty good.
I think if I took my helmet off, that
Yeah.
I could maybe fit my head in there.
Oh, perfect. Good. I'm getting a lot of great screen captures from this.
Yeah, I would definitely say that you can fit a human head inside of a Gear Mule.
Now that you've done that, I think I have to put a disclaimer at the bottom. Don't do don't do this. Yeah, so Chino Mena, you could put a lot of stuff in that. And this is, which one is it, Nick?
This is the Gear Mule.
The Gear Mule.
It really is. I mean, here you can see, like, I just tossed my helmet in here. It's a pretty big bag. And my head fit in it, and I've got a pretty honking head, as you might know. I will say that if you stick your head inside the Gear Mule and you start yelling, that there's quite the echo. And now my ears are kind of ringing.
That's good. It means it's probably water resistant, at least a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably a little water resistant. Wouldn't say that it's like submergible. But anyways, this is the Gear Mule. We'll just toss it in there for now. This is the Bucket Mule. This is a rectangular rope bag, and all these bags fit together. It's like a kit, and they nest inside of each other. Right? You see?
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, so like you can put your rope bag in and then just pull it out. I really like this bag. It feels smaller than, say, like a Notch Pro 250 or a Tree Stuff Simple rope bag. And it's a different shape. It's rectangular. But it definitely stands up really well. I think you can see that it stays open. Doesn't have any zippers, pockets, or anything like that.
Yep, definitely.
You could fit two heads in this bucket for sure. But yeah, this is a pretty simple rope bag. It has a really tall skirt on it.
Okay, so how much rope do you think you'd be getting? Do you have a hanker rope around there?
Oh, I mean, probably have a hanker rope, but you'll have to talk for a minute if I go to get a hanker rope.
Oh, what should I talk about?
What's the next webinar? Joe Aiken, right?
Oh, next webinar is Joe Aiken. I think that's October 7th or something. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick here. treestuff.com. I spelled it wrong. treestuff.com/events with Joe Aiken. He's done a couple webinars. Joe Aiken with Arborjet. He's a really cool dude. Really loves the history of arboriculture, which is what he's going to be talking about. Yeah, October 7th, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is what we are on right now. And he's going to talk about everything from like the beginning of just hacking trees down to where we are now and everything between. It's really interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff. He's got he curates like an arboriculture museum up in Michigan, which from what I understand is mostly just like his stuff. But there's some really neat stuff. He's got really old chainsaws that they had to use to cut things down. Nick's just going to go ahead and put the whole bag inside of that bag. Maybe. So join us here. It's exact same format as this. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. However you're watching it now, you can watch that webinar the exact same way. You can earn 2 free CEUs if you watch and take a quiz at the end. So it's going to be really cool. After that, we have David Anderson is doing at some point in time, I think November, he's going to be talking about climbing in rainforests. I think he's back from Colombia now, I think.
So this is yeah, he is back.
Yeah.
This is a 120-foot Banshee, so 11.7 millimeter line, and it's not even half full with the hood down.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. You could definitely fit this bull rope inside here too, probably. So there it is. There's a whole rigging line. This is 1/2-inch rigging line. Another rope bag and a 120-foot climbing line. So here's the Bucket Mule from Teufelberger, and it's doing its fair share, I would say.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's it's working. So we want to say how much that is. Rope bucket.
I'm gonna see if the bottom breaks.
That's Nick's favorite thing to do. Oh, it's a 30.
It only fell like 5 feet, but it didn't break. So
good. It's 30 liters. It looks like for $40.99.
that's a pretty good price for as nice it is as it is. And one other thing about all these bags is they're all really nice. Like they're good bags and they seem to be made well. But just like even all of the stitching. Where's my camera at over here? Okay. You know, you can tell like the trim work here is very nice. You know, everything's pretty premium when you look at this stuff. I guess we're just diving right in here. This next bag, Kale. This is the Mighty Mule. It's a bucket. It does not have backpack straps. It does not have a waist belt.
Okay.
But the waist belt and the backpack straps come separately. The backpack straps have like those little feed pouches on them, so you know, if you like have to eat between the truck and the backyard, you can.
I often do.
And this just simply slides through this big gel lumbar pad down here. And yeah, it's that simple. And then there's a pair of like padded backpack straps that you again can buy separately and put these things on here. This bag, did anybody guess how many pockets the other bag has?
We had a couple guesses. We had 6, 5, 9, and 8 were guesses.
Okay. Does anybody know what kind of helmet is in here?
Oh. I think there should be at least one person who knows what kind of helmet is in there.
We'll see if you're paying attention. Maybe Kale will pick somebody to win a free tree stuff rope bag, or you know, maybe a silky chopper or something. This bag has one pocket, which is, I thought, pretty kind of like, wow. I was like, I expected there to be more than one. There's one personal's pocket up here, and it's about a hand size. I cannot fit my head into this one, Kale. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There's a zipper on the outside here, and this runs this whole length, and it allows you to get into the main compartment of the bag, so you can get like something out.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know, like you forget something and you just want to like slip something in there, like a map or your atlas or something. There are a ton of handles on the outside, which I think are going to be, you're going to need those, especially if you opt to not go with the shoulder straps. But a lot of ways to heft this thing into the truck. This I thought was really nice. You could put a handsaw in here. You could put big shop holes in here, like the little 2-footers, anything you want. And they slide down the length here, and then your handy dandy drawstring tightens up. Thought that was pretty cool.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
So no matter what size of scabbard you have for your handsaw, that's going to fit in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you would be hard-pressed to find one that doesn't. So we talked about the outside of this bag. Let's talk real quick about the way that it closes. Oftentimes on a bag this size, you'll see some kind of hood. And instead, what Teufelberger has opted to do here is to put a roll top on it, which is pretty nice. Roll top will keep the rain and the dirt out. It allows you to clip it up like this.
So the actual top of the bag becomes the handle?
Yeah, I mean, This is, if I had to, well, how many liters are they saying on this one? 80?
I think it's 80, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big bag. You know, you start filling this stuff up, like, I mean, here.
I don't know where he went. Probably grabbing... I have a guess
You know,
as to where
like,
he went.
if you've got something important that you need to put in your
I
bag.
thought he was going to put a toddler in there.
Some dirt flew up in my face there. You know, I don't know that you would want to, like, be lifting it by this, right? I mean, that seems kind of folly. I think you would want to use one of these big handles to lift it, for sure. Oh, I think there's some worms on the bottom of this log. Ew, that's so gross.
Well, I guess you're not sending that bag back to Teufelberger.
Whew. So, on the inside of this bag, we talked about how it closes. When you look at the inside, there's no pockets, no anything. This is just a pure bucket. And it's pretty big. I mean,
That's a lot of space.
Yeah, it's pretty big. One thing that's really interesting, they've got these stiffeners inside of here.
Interesting.
Yeah. This was on Cheryl tree bags way back in the day. We'll see how people like this. I think they did a really nice job, and the bag stands up super well. But it isn't like so rigid that you know, that it's like hard or a pain in the butt to carry.
And it doesn't make it a lot heavier or anything.
I mean, it's a fairly weighty bag, but it's, again, I mean, it's pretty big and durable. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's too heavy.
Okay.
Last thing on the Mighty Mule here is it's got these straps down here at the bottom. These are pretty nice. You can throw a pair of spurs in here, or, you know, whatever, a jacket or a sweatshirt on the outside. It just gives you an opportunity to put that last thing on that you might have forgotten. It's all closed up. Or again, carry a big bulky item like a set of spurs. The last bag that we're going to talk about, did anybody say what kind of helmet's in here or how many pockets this bag has?
We now have someone who's guessed every number between 1 and 12.
Okay, so they're out. They lose.
Tom Anderson got the helmet right, but considering he's the vice president of sales...
Anderson with an E or with an O?
With an O, Anderson.
Oh, yeah, that guy's our super fan. He's not the guy that works
Okay, he's a super fan. Yeah, he got it right. I did put it in a comment earlier. That you had been wearing that all day long. But we can send him something. Send us an email, Tom, at media@treestuff.com, and we'll send you... My baby and the wife just got home. They're bouncing on a ball in there. We'll send you a Tree Stuff Simple Rope bag.
Nice, nice. This is the Lazy Mule. It is exactly the same as the Mighty Mule, but one big difference. It's got wheels, Kale.
Rolly wheels.
Yeah, it's got rolly wheels. These are like your kind of luggage style inline skate wheels. They're very fast. We'll see how they do.
See how that works in grass and mud and gravel.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think that's going to be everybody's first thought, right?
Yeah.
What happens when we hit the mud, right? So, time's going to tell, I guess. I'll tell you this, it's $10 more for the wheels than without the wheels, and you're not always on mud and gravel. Sometimes taking your bag, you know, on pavement or dry dirt or, you know, all sorts of normal surfaces, or sometimes you're even carrying it through a, you know, an airport or, you know, somewhere in your driveway, right? And these bags get heavy. I'd take the wheels for $10,
Mm-hmm.
whether or not they survive the mud or not. And remember, this is called the Teufelberger Ambassador line, right? So they've been testing these products with their field ambassadors, many of whom we know, you and I.
Yeah. Yep.
And they're good people, right? I mean, these are good, strong field arborists we know. So, I got to believe that they've got the time into this. And I think it's pretty exciting that they went and they put the wheels on the bag. Pretty good stuff. So that's the Mule Series bag. It's a Studson helmet that we put in here. We just did a stream on that, and Gail's got a video that's going to come out next
Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday, maybe Monday.
If you go to our Tree Stuff page, there or the YouTube Tree Stuff page, there's like a premiere thing set for it, so there should be a countdown on it.
Yeah, these are nice. I like this. This is a cool helmet. And then the amount of zippered pockets, Gail, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the big one, 5, 6, 7.
7 of them.
And that's not counting the main zipper. So 7.
That was Tom Anderson's first guess. So he got that one too.
And then 3 additional elastic pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And then a compression strap on the inside.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this thing's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I am really curious. Teufelberger should probably do a thing where, like, people take a nice square shot of this for Instagram or something.
Mm-hmm.
Make a contest of, like, who uses it best. It'll be really kind of cathartic to see how everybody organizes their gear to.
Yeah. Well, cool. If you don't know about the Studs and Snap challenge, I think that is still not won.
It's not out. It's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out yet.
We only announced it on the
live stream.
So we haven't put out the actual challenge video yet.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
If you can figure out how to get your Studson magnetic fidlock buckle to magically snap
without using your hands,
then you get posted on the internet and everybody thinks you're awesome, like I am, because it worked for me yesterday, and look at how awesome I look trying to replicate it. So, plus, if you're the first person that posts a video with their Tree Stuff purchase Studson, we'll refund your Studson. So we haven't actually announced this yet.
And sends it to us. Yeah, you have to.
You just sneak in. But buy a Studson, we'll ship it to you quickly. Boom, you put it on your head, you do the snap, you're the first one, you get a free Studson. If you're not the first one, you get a cool helmet that you paid a fair price for. Not a bad deal.
Yep.
All right, listen, everybody, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us. We had a couple of cool product launches this week. We talked about Studson, we talked about Teufelberger bags. We're going to be online next week to talk about the Keeper, and I think we even have some other new stuff coming, some new apparel, and things like that coming down the line. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Kale, thanks for clicking the clacking and the button.
No problem. That's what I do.
You push the buttons like nobody else, my man. Everybody, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.